55, baby. Let's do this. Right, so ito na. On this lesson, pag-usapan natin yung tinatawag natin na AAA or AAA. Wait lang, na-disconnect yung ating tablet. Wait lang ha. Okay, so when it comes to AAA or AAA, hindi yan yung AAA na battery na tinatawag ko. Okay, so that has a meaning when it comes to networking. So ibig sabihin ng AAA or AAA na tinatawag natin is basically authentication, authorization, and accounting. Okay, so yan yung ibig sabihin ng AAA. Yung tatlong A na nagsisimula. So if you're into networking or if you're into security, probably narinig mo naman na to. Pero ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng authentication? Ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng authorization? And ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng accounting? So remember, dun sa pinag-usapan natin sa naunang video, which is 802.1x, yung mechanism na yun, yung protocol na yun is being applied in terms of, for example, in AAA or in our network itself, we need to have an identity-based or authentication-based mechanism sa networks natin. And then, dun pumapasok or dun ginagamit, dito ginagamit sa AAA, for example, yung 802.1x protocol. So, si authentication is basically from the word itself is verifying or authenticating the correct user. So, nandun yung keyword natin na correct user. Kasi nga, hindi naman lahat ng pwede or hindi naman lahat, for example, ng empleyado, nung kanina, nung example ng bangko is pwedeng pumasok sa vault. Diba? Ino-authenticate natin, for example, meron dun silang pinto na may fingerprint. Ni-authenticate nun kung sino lang yung pwedeng magbukas ng vault, which is probably the manager lang. Diba? Now, in terms of our network devices, in terms of our, for example, buong network infrastructure, we also need to have some sort of verification or yun nga, authentication to know kung tama bang personnel or tao yung uma-access ng naturang device or lugar. Does that make sense? So, ibig sabihin, it identifies the who, kung sino yung tao or kung sino yung person na uma-access or nag-authenticate in a certain device in our network. Make sense? Diba? So, for example, it tries to supply, katulad nga nung nabanggit ko, a fingerprint o kaya naman a username and password to identify itself. Diba? Doon sa diagram natin kanina, let's say for example, si Billy na GSD is trying to log into the router. So basically, it will going to supply a password and username to identify na siya si Billy. Diba? So ngayon, katulad nung nabanggit natin doon sa 802.1x, ibibigay niya yung username and password niya. Si router mag-act as authenticator pero ipapasa niya yung details dun sa authentication server. Now, sa authentication server is basically trying to imamatch na yun kung tama ba yung username and password dun sa database niya, di ba? So, that means it's trying to do the authentication process para ma-identify kung si Billy ay tama ba or allowed bang umaccess dun sa router. Di ba? Kung tama bang yung tao na yun or yung user na yun, correct user, is may access ba talaga sa router. Now, for example, nakita dun sa authentication server natin, di ba? Wala palang access sa router yan. So, username doesn't exist. Something like that will appear in the dashboard or on the screen, for example. Now, for example, kung meron naman talagang access si Billy, makakalusot siya. And then, it will bring up the CLI, for example. And that means talagang authenticated user yung naturang tao. Make sense? So, nagigets? So, basically, authentication is the process of identifying the person, the who, in our process. Okay? So, yun yung tinatawag natin na authentication. Now, yung tinatawag natin na authorization, okay? So, basically, nakalusot na siya sa authentication, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, for example, nakalagin na si Billy dun sa diagram natin kanina. Now, authorization is basically verifying the level of access. Diba? So, ito yung binabanggit ko kanina na, for example, si Billy is acting as a GSD or service desk. Ano yung mga pwede niyang gawin? dun sa level of access niya, 'di ba? So as a GSD. So kung kanina yung authentication identifies the who or kung sino yung person, this time si authorization identifies the what or the where. So ibig sabihin ano yung mga pwedeng gawin, ano yung mga allowed gawin for that certain user na na-authenticate. Does that make sense? 'Di ba? So kung babalikan natin kanina yung diagram, let's say for example, si Billy, di ba, is na-identify na as GSD or NOC. So, ibig sabihin, ano ba yung mga pwede niyang gawin dun sa router? Pwede ba siyang mag-shutdown ng interface? Pwede ba siyang mag-configure ng interface or mag-restart or mag-reboot ng router? Di ba kasi, when I work as a service desk or NOC sa Teletech, dati pa, meron kaming access kasi assign kami sa monitoring. So, kapag kami alarm, yung dun sa dashboard namin, for example, dun sa unahan, may malaking monitor, parang sinihan. Pag may nakita kang nagpula dun, kailangan ma-verify mo kagad yun kung valid yung alarm. So, ang ginagawa namin, meron kaming, authorized kami, okay? Meron kaming authentication. So, meron kaming, nakakapag-login kami, authenticated user kami. Pero, yung authorized lang pwede namin galawin or yung level of access namin is only on the show commands. By the way guys, you can also visit our official website which is techacademy.ph, and then from there makikita mo yung mga courses namin. So we have free and premium courses. You can start with the free ones which will give you the same video lessons na nakikita mo dito sa ating 60 days of basic networking. Dinagdagan lang natin yung iba as well as kinurate or inedit natin yung iba para nga mabigyan ka ng at least foundation or fundamentals. Okay? Ang kagandahan, when you go with techacademy.ph at tinuk mo or kinuha mo yung mga free courses, it comes with certificate of completion kapag natapos mo yung mga courses na yun. So, pwede mo yung gamitin as a reference sa resume mo, lalo na kung ikaw ay nagsisimula pa lang. Again, visit techacademy.ph and then from there, browse our courses. Okay? See you there. So basically, as part of the NOC command, for example, ang access lang namin or level of access lang namin is show commands. Diba? So it's the what. What is the level of access or ano yung mga pwedeng gawin or hanggang saan lang, where, yung pwedeng galawin ng naturang user. Diba? So, now, when it comes to the network engineering team, of course, they have the admin access. Ibig sabihin, pwede nilang gawin lahat kasi nung nalipat na ako sa network engineering team or dun sa network team mismo, sa NetOps, yun, nandun na. Kaya mo nang gawin lahat. Pwede ka na mag-restart ng device, pwede ka na mag-shutdown ng interface, and then kapag may mga changes or RFC, for example, kaya mo nang gawin lahat. Now, nung nasa NOC ka, hindi mo magagawa yun. Pero same username and password pa rin yung ginagamit ko. Diba? So, diba? Ang nangyari lang is, nilipat yung account ko. Actually kasi, sa Takax, share ko na ngayon, mamaya natin pag-uusapan to. Sa Takax kasi yung ginagamit namin dati. Nagkikreate ka ng username and password, diba? So, basically, Takax and Radius is an authentication server na ginagamit natin karaniwan sa network. So, doon, pwede kang mag-create ng username and password, doon ka nagagawa. And then, yung username and password na yun, nasa loob ng isang group. For example, yung Billy na username and tapos ang password ko ay Cisco, for example, nasa loob siya ng group na GSD. Now, dun sa group na yun, pwede kang mag-define ng rules. Okay? Ito na yun, yung level of access. Ano yung mga pwedeng gawin ng GSD na group? Diba? Hanggang saan sila pwedeng maka-access. So, for example, yung GSD hanggang show commands lang sila. Yun lang talaga yung magagawa ng mga username and password or users na nabibilang doon sa tinatawag nating GSD group. Now, if you, for example, create another group which is admin, doon mo naman ilalagay yung mga network engineering mo or mga network administrator mo. And then, of course, since nandun sila sa group na admin, they can do all sorts of administrative tasks doon sa router or doon sa device. Pero you getting the point here, diba? So, basically, authorization is verifying the level of access or ano yung mga pwede mong gawin or ano hanggang saan yung pwede mong i-access when it comes to the device. We're talking about the network device here. Okay? So we're good? Very good. Okay? So, when it comes to accounting naman, so it applies to either you are a GSD, for example, or an administrative or an administrator. Accounting refers to the logs and audit or yung mga activity na ginawa mo on that certain device or on that certain place. For example, di ba? So, in a real-world example, kapag pumasok ka sa MDF or sa IDF nyo, usually, nagpapa-assist sa guard. 'Di ba? Nilalag yun. O kaya naman kung wala, pagka talagang allowed kayo, for example, kapag nilag nyo na yung ID nyo, or kapag tinapat nyo na yung ID nyo dun sa what do you call this, sa pinto, naglalag din yun, di ba? So basically, it logs the activity kung sino yung mga pumasok, ano yung time, and so on and so forth. So that's where accounting comes in. Kasi, okay, for example, walang accounting. Na-authenticate natin yung user, nabigyan natin ng level of access. Now, nung nagka-problema, di ba? Paano natin malalaman kung ano yung nag-cost ng problema or sino yung nag-cause ng problema? That's where accounting came in. Okay, so basically, may mga audit din na pwede natin gawin through the logs and through the activity that has happened on the device, for example. O kaya naman, dun sa environment, sino yung nag-implement ng change na to, ano yung mga ginawa, and so on and so forth. So basically, dun pumapasok si accounting. Okay, so it record the changes that has happened on the device or in the network infrastructure itself. Diba? So dun sa example natin kanina, for example, yung network admin team nag-implement ng change or nag-implement ng, what do you call this, ng RFC na ang ginawa nila is papatayin dapat nila yung not overload interface. For example lang to papatayin dapat nila yung network interface ng 10 PM Manila. Pero dun sa logs, dun sa accounting, di ba? Dun sa accounting, pinatay na nila ng 9:45 kasi may swimming daw yung network team. Nagmamadali. Okay, based on real story to. Nagmamadali. So, 15 minutes before, pinatay na nila. Okay, ang oras is, kasi Sabado naman daw, ganyan. Pinatay na nila ng 9:45 pero ang scheduled pa is 10 PM. Ngayon, meron pa palang operations ng 9:45. So, nagkaroon ng outage. Now, nung tiningnan, dun sa accounting and logs, ayun, nakita, you implemented the change on 9:45 PM. Pero ang scheduled niya, 10 PM pa. You are early 15 minutes. May operations pa nung ganung oras. Boom, outage. Boom, Seb1. Boom, P1. So, lagot kayo. Okay. Anyway, pero you getting the point here. Diba? So, basically, accounting means it records the changes. So, for example, sino yung umaccess? Si Billy. Ano yung oras, ganyan, 2020, April 1. Ano yung ginawa niya? Sinutdown niya yung R1 Fast Ethernet 01. So, with the help of accounting, we can audit logs, we can record changes, and yun nga, katulad nga nung nabanggit ko, if something happens, we can verify who does or who does something and what happened that time. Make sense? So, napakadali namang intindihin itong accounting. Actually, itong AAA is very simple concept when it comes to the network. So, kailangan mo lang maintindihan ano yung authentication, authorization, and accounting. Will basically, I laid out the most layman's explanation for you. Okay, so I hope by now, you now understand how AAA or how AAA works in our networks.